get you guys in game here for Viper versus Spaden. Here we go. Alrighty then. Okay. Welcome, guys, to game number 3 today of the Elimination Draft qualification. We've got Viper versus Spaden right here in round 2. Spaden, of course, getting an admin win because his opponent for round 1 did not show up, and so therefore Spaden got moved on to round 2 immediately, where he comes up against the Viper. So it's going to be a very tough game for Spaden. He's a great player, of course, but he's certainly not a Viper. And we are going to see once again another match on Highland. And what I say is very strange is that not only is it Highland, out of all the maps in the pool, we get Highland, but out of all the civs in the game, we get Koreans again. That's rather strange. So far in game 1, we saw a Korean war on Serengeti. Game 2, we saw a Malay war on Highland. And game 3, we see a Korean war on Highland. That's mad. With the amount of different civs and the amount of different maps, just the chances of that happening, it's very, very low. But anyway, said Spaden here. No, it's Viper here in the yellow, down to the south of the map, and Spaden to the north in the red. He's got a real mountain to climb, has the Spade from Sweden, but he's going to go at it and give it a good shot. Now, we've seen one game of Highland already today, and we kind of saw how messy and how great it was. I do wonder if we're going to see some more of a one-sided game here, though, and I think maybe we'll see Viper going across quite early and just trying to get aggressive early on this one. But yeah, I mean, Koreans, we kind of know what to expect from the Koreans. Towers. They're just a pretty solid tower rush civ, as we've seen pretty much every time the Koreans have come up in the past. There usually is 1 or 2 towers being built. Of course, on this map, there is the water in the center as well to keep an eye on. But yeah, I kind of expect we'll see the landings coming across once again, especially with the expansions giving access to the Dark Age transport ship. So even if this crossing does get walled up, the Dark Age transport ship can get around it very easily. And obviously, the earlier on in the game as well, the earlier it is, the easier it is to get a successful landing, just because you aren't going to have as much vision of the map. So Viper's coming forward here to build a house, and he's currently got 4 villagers on the wood. Also going to go grab a boar, and so I imagine he'll be building his dock straight after this house here. Spaden, 4 villagers on the wood as well. Villager also coming forward right now, and going to get a pot shot in on Viper's scout. But Viper paying attention as always, bringing his scout out of the way at the last second and making sure that he doesn't take any unnecessary damage. Spaden here going to throw down his dock as well, or I assume he's going to throw down his dock any second now, as he does have the resources for it. And Viper getting his dock up already here. So both players seemingly going to go for the very similar start. We're not going to see any crazy Winchester starts with the attempted drush. Both players keeping this area of the map, the center area of the map, very much in their line of sight. Now, I don't know how experienced Spaden is with the expansions, but I don't know if you might expect or anticipate a Dark Age transport ship. Viper, at the moment, though, going to go straight into a fishing ship here, and we probably won't see a transport for a little while. At the moment, just pushing the deer in towards the TC, and yeah, both players here having a pretty similar start. Viper slightly ahead at this stage already, since he's going to have his fishing ship out just a few seconds earlier. And it's only a few seconds, sure, but it is still going to be collecting food a little bit faster, and that means he's probably going to have a little bit of a faster feudal time if they both go up on the same number of population. So I expect Viper here, just a couple more fish, and then a fast feudal. I might be wrong, but I imagine a fast feudal is on the cards for both these guys, and we probably won't see the transport ship, if at all, until they start clicking up to the feudal age anyway. It's pretty costly, and they'd rather get the fish out for now. So, Spaden here. You can see the difference in timing on the fishing ship. Viper's already done 1 trip of fish back at his dock, and Spaden's only just got his first ship out. 20 pop for Spaden, 21 for Viper. That'll make that 22 as the fishing ship comes out, and seems like he's pulling slightly ahead already. It's amazing just how a couple of seconds difference in the Dark Age can start to add up, and already Spaden is 2 population behind at this point in the game. He's also having a little bit of a hard time grabbing the boar here on the left side. Look at this villager here without loom, not able to grab the boar, and this is going to be a very late boar for Spaden. Compare that to Viper, who's just finishing up his second boar now. Spaden much later, and he's forced to get loom as well before getting the boar. That's going to slow things down even further. He's currently taking 3 sheep under the TC, and okay, the boar will make it in, but I think Viper's already clicked up to the feudal age, and it doesn't get much faster than that. Very efficient, very effective. And we're going to now see a lumber camp coming up over here. And Viper's just going to go standard water control, it seems, as he moves all of his villagers over to take wood and to take gold. 3 villas out to gold. I'm anticipating we're just going to see some galleys. It's going to be a very standard galley rush build from Viper here as he goes up very quickly. And I don't think Spaden's going to have any real way to defend this. He's still not got this boar in. Did the boar run back? Because I swear last time I was looking over here, he was luring the boar in as well. Spaden can click up, but this boar is coming in so late. Such a delay to him. And also 28 population, he's adding a lot more villas. So maybe Spaden has a little bit of a different game plan here as he continues to focus on taking a lot of this food underneath the town center. If he was going straight into galleys here, I would expect to see more villagers out to wood already. But it seems like he's going to take this boar now. Since he's bought it in, he may as well take it. But that's going to give him a lot of surplus food in the bank. And he's going to have a lot more food knocking around than Viper anyway. That's for sure. And I wonder if that might influence him to do something different. With 4 fishing ships on the water, maybe Spaden getting a little bit greedy there. And Viper now in the feudal age, so much faster. 5 galleys coming out. And Spaden here only 45% of the way up to the next age and still has a bunch of villagers gathering the boar. It looks like you will now transition out more villas to wood, but seriously, the difference is staggering. I mean, Spaden would absolutely kick my ass any day of the week, but just watching the difference here between where Spaden's at right now, adding in his second lumber camp, and then considering when we saw Viper adding that camp as well, it's just a very huge difference at this point. So Viper's going to be all over this very shortly as the first fire galleys come out. And look at that. Viper is so confident that he's winning the water right now that he's even queued a couple of extra fishing ships. He's like, right, well, I'm going to just fish boom now because why not? Coming in straight away, he'll find the fish. And by the time Spaden's got a single boat out, I think most of these fish are going to be either dead or dying. Viper here, very comfortable in this position. I'm surprised he's not gone for a landing across already, but I guess no harm in adding a couple more fish, knowing that you're going to be able to, or even 4 more fishing ships, knowing that you're going to be able to win the water. So killing off the fishing ships very quickly, and yeah, you know, I'm very, very sad that Juan wasn't able to make his game this morning, because I feel like if Juan had been there, we could see Viper versus Juan right now, and that would be a really nice match as well. But yeah, Spaden here, going to lose the fish, and you can just see the difference in timing. But Spaden's got a lot more food in the bank. That's nice, but it's not really useful. All this food knocking around, it doesn't translate into boats. It doesn't translate into winning the water. And so Viper here going to get the last fishing ship and then switch back into making more boats just to make sure his own boats don't die. And this is a huge, huge difference already, as I say. Barracks coming up for Viper right now. And I imagine we'll see the transport ship coming in any second, or he will do an archery range first and then the transport ship. But either way, he's in a position where he is pretty much ready to go ahead and land some archers across and disrupt Spaden's economy. Spaden might have a different kind of plan up his sleeve here. I like that Viper's bringing his fire galley over to the villager to be repaired. Nice little micro, bringing the weak galleys back to get some repairs at the shoreline. Making sure, of course, that he wins that fight. Moving this one out of the way, or at least kiting with this one. As will he keep that one alive? Will he keep it alive? Oh my goodness me, he's keeping it alive. Oh, so close. So close. But yeah, Viper winning the water there quite easily. And Spaden now taking the deer on the right side, moving over to the berries. I think Spaden's looking to... Well, I was expecting Spaden. I mean, he's built a blacksmith here, but he's not got any galleys, so the blacksmith's not going to help him. Has he actually done fletching? No. I was going to say, I hope he's not done fletching. But yeah, I think maybe Spaden looking to try something different, maybe try and land across. He's sending a villager over here to build a dock and maybe a transport ship to come across to Viper's side. But I was expecting to see him maybe building a barracks back here and preparing to defend, or maybe to counterattack with a landing. Viper, he should have an archery range up, yep, and a couple of archers coming out right now. Blacksmith as well for him, and transport ship, there you go, from the dock on the right-hand side. He's going to drop the archers over. Spaden, at this stage, doesn't have a barracks, so could be very caught out. With a market blacksmith, you'd almost expect Spaden to be looking to go for like a fast castle here to try and out-boom Viper or something, but he's a long way away from being able to achieve that. Lots of villagers on the berries, lots of villagers on the deer, but still, I'm not quite sure what the plan is there. A couple more fire galleys coming out on the right side, and I don't think Viper's seen that dock, so maybe Spaden could kill a couple of these fishing ships down on this right-hand side. But yeah, this is a pretty straightforward game right now, as Viper's preparing his landing. The 5, well, he might go across with the 4 and the scout. I don't know if he's already dropped his scout over. It doesn't look like it, so maybe he'll go over with 4 archers and the scout cavalry. Where is the scout cavalry, actually? I don't know. Can't seem to find Viper's scout, guys. It's gone missing. Oh, there he is. There he is. And I think he's going to move over to the boat as well. 4 archers, scout cavalry. Sorted. Now, Spaden here. Oh, will Viper spot the dock? Yes. No? Yes, he will. He'll see that and move his army over there now, I imagine. Still Spaden making a couple of boats on the water, but it's not going to work out. Not against the fire galleys. There's the archers across. And fletching complete just in time for these guys to do some damage. Spaden, no real preparations for this at all. He's actually sold his stone to try and go to the castle age. So I wasn't far off the mark with my guess that he would try and fast castle in this position. If you could call it a fast castle. It's not super fast, but it's still going to be relatively fast compared to the Viper, who is, well, I take that back. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's already up to the castle age as well. I actually didn't think Viper would be up to castle already, but lo and behold, he is. So, yeah. Spaden just got Vipered, let's put it that way. Well, I'm assuming, obviously, the fishing ship really made up for the food there, but wow, Viper did that without a single farm. I noticed he was taking some deer at the back as well, but I really thought Spaden would get a faster castle time as well, but nope. Not going to happen. He even sold the stone to get to the castle age faster. And Viper didn't even sell his stone to click up faster. And yet Viper's still going to make it up there first. So I imagine what we're going to see here is the castle age from Viper's going to come in. And Spaden's going to type GG in the chat. And that's going to be that. Man, just the comparison. It's amazing. Just to see sort of side by side. Yeah, I think Viper's going to have this any second. He's not done that much damage with his archers. I think he killed 1 villager. But, I mean, he doesn't have to kill many villagers to have a big impact. He's forced Spaden to kind of wall up back here. Panic mode activated. Trying to quick wall this right-hand side. And he's kind of putting him in this back corner of his base. Spaden does have a archery range and a skirmisher. But Viper Castle Age here. And Spaden's still fighting on for now. He's okay, well, once I get to the Castle Age, I'll be able to do something. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do, to be honest. Maybe a second archery range needs to come up, and he needs to start massing up some skirms. He's going to go for a second TC on the stone. That's a risky position. I don't know if this TC is actually going to go up. If we look at Viper's Fog of War, he's going to see that, and he's going to say, nope, crossbows are done, and your TC is not happening, mate. No, the TC is not happening, and I think Spaden is probably going to call it any second now as these villagers are running away. Viper, of course, Bodkin arrow completed. 2 villagers down, 3 villagers down, 4 villagers down, and Spaden is unable to complete the TC, unable to really do much as he tries to build another TC on the right side. He needed a second archery range and more skirms, I think. This is way too defensive in this position to really realistically hold this on. Viper probably dropping some vills. No? I'm expecting him to drop a villager across any second now and start making mangonellas at this town centre. There's the villager. She's going to go across on the next ferry trip across the river. And she will be making a siege workshop, I have no doubt, and taking down the TC. I mean, that's the only thing left to do here. Spaden will not complete this TC on the left-hand side ever in this game, as far as I can see. And the siege workshop from Spaden coming up. So he's going to go for the old mangonel. Also a very viable option, of course. But Viper's crossbows positioned here, going to deny more wood. And I think whole of Spain's economy is just here on one screen. It's not looking too great. 37 population versus 67. 30 population advantage. The village are now being loaded into the ship. And okay, Spain will add the siege workshop up, and he will probably have a mangonel out in just a few moments. But Viper's already going to go ahead and get his siege workshop up. The town center on the left side, I said it wasn't going to go up, but maybe it will be. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. I mean, yeah, no, crossbows coming in. That's going to get denied again. Ah, man, it hurts. It hurts. The poor villagers. Arrows to the back. And Viper now is spotting the skirms. He's going to out-micro them. And then push the villager away anyway. So where's the siege workshop? He's got the resources for it. There it is. He's going to drop that down right now. And yeah, this is a strong game from Viper. Enough stone coming in that he could very, very quickly build a castle as well in just a moment. He could drop a castle on the front if he needs to. Might not be necessary though. Anyway, Spaden does have a mangonel out now, and he's going to try and chase down this small group of crossbows on the right side. But yeah, a lot of Spaden's eco going idle, as his villagers have to keep running into the TC to avoid the crossbowmen here. He's closing in with the mangonel though, and he is looking to hit that shot, but I don't think it's going to happen. Viper's either going to out-micro this mangonel, or he's just going to bait it away while his own mangonel trains over here. We've got a scorpion coming in from Spaden, and here we go. Another attempt at going for the TC here. He'll spot the siege workshop, and Viper's mangonel is going to come out in time here to just flatten some vills. So I think Spaden's going to get super frustrated, as he probably ends up losing, yep, the scorpion. And once again, is unable to really finish that town center off. Man, I feel a little bad for Spaden here. This is such a hard match to take. And he didn't get to play his first round game. So this is like, welcome to the tournament, Spaden. Sorry, you have to play versus the Viper now. Oh, well, that was unfortunate. Anyway, that was a nice little bit of micro. He does actually get the mangonel. Very nicely done. He'll get a couple of crossbows as well. Maybe now he can finish the town center. For Spaden, though, yeah, he's wasted a lot of time trying to get this TC up. He will get the crossbow, nearly catching his own villager in the crossfire. But wow, I wasn't actually expecting that to go up. So good job by him. He does complete that. And with an extra mangonel out, Spaden could actually start defending this. Especially since 2 mangonels versus 1. It's quite difficult to out-micro both at once. We'll probably see Spaden getting the trade here. Nice. Very well done. All right, nice stuff. But Viper's going to come with the castle now. There you go. I knew it. I knew he'd drop that castle. This could actually fall flat on its face if Spaden is able to hit the foundation just as Viper starts building it. He's actually had to cancel the castle. Instead, adding in a stable now and a knight just to deal with these 2 mangonels. There's no real way for Spaden to defend from the knight, so it's going to be pretty rough once the knight comes out, and then he drops the castle down as well. Oh, nice shot on the right side. That looked like it did some more damage, but it did not. Only glancing the crossbows over here, but Spaden keeps the mangonel lead for now. We'll see what he can do, though. I mean, these knights have no armor upgrades or anything, so if he garrisons in the TC, or he just kills it with the mangonel, that could work out. Go on, Spaden. Get the repairs on the mangonel. Get wrecked, Viper. You're not taking down Spaden's mangonels. That's all he needed. He just needed the big guns, and then he's able to sort it out. All right, Viper with a nice split. Gonna go for the mangonel here. Now this might be too far away from anything safe. I think this one might just go down. Maybe. Yeah, there's not enough vills in this TC to stop the knight. But once again, Viper losing another mangonel down here. And Spaden's giving him a hard time, that's for sure. He's definitely giving him a hard time. But with that castle drop right on the edge of Spaden's economy. Oh my god, Viper! Nearly losing the castle. I can't believe it. So close. But it's GG now. He's calling it. He knows there's no realistic way to pull this one back. He held on for as long as he could. And 29 minutes of game time. It's quite a respectable time. Now, this is kind of a weird game.